Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I've got my faves and fails for you for the month of August 2022. So happy September, everybody. I'm so bummed that summer is almost over. You know, summer's my favorite season of the year. And well, it just means that fall's coming, which I don't mind fall, but after fall comes winter and I'm so over winter. But anyway, let's enjoy the last little bits of summer while we have it. In this video, I go over what I tested and tried in August, what were my favorites, what didn't work out so well, and give you little mini reviews on everything that I tried. All right, so this month we're gonna start in makeup because two of my biggest and best discoveries were in makeup this month. The first one, I think probably most of you watched this video, but it was a Foundation Friday that I did early on in the month on the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. And if this isn't the most beautiful, most perfect foundation that I have ever tried on my mature skin, I don't know what is. This just blew my socks off. I have tried, as you know, hundreds of foundations looking for a handful that perform the way I want them to. Granted, I'm a little picky when it comes to foundation. I don't want to come back to the mirror later in the day and find that it's all worn off, or that it's settled in all my wrinkles, or that my pores look huge. And I don't tend to like to settle for anything less, especially when there are great things out there. The staying power of this, the not settling in your wrinklesness of this, the skin smoothingness of this was just so head and shoulders above any other foundation that I've tried. I can't say enough great things about it. I will link the video for you right up here so you can see it in action. Of course, I show it in bright sunlight, in natural window light, super up close. Everything that you want to see about a foundation, I include in those foundation reviews. So definitely check it out. It's way more than I can go into here. I'm wearing it today. I just think that, when I have it on, it just gives me so much confidence. Like, I feel good, I look good, my skin's evened out, and it's not heavy. And if you haven't given it a try yet, I hope you give it a try. And if you give it a try, I hope you love it as much as I do. My next big discovery this month was also a complexion product, but this is gonna be for people who don't wanna wear like a full-on foundation. That is the Say Slip Tint. The previous video that I put up last Friday was testing 5 tinted moisturizers. There were 3 from the drugstore, 2 kind of middle end ones. This was the winner. Something that I didn't mention in that one, because this was the most expensive just based on the price tag alone, because they give you 1.35 ounces in here for the $35, that brings that down to $26 per ounce, so it's much more affordable if you think of it ounce for ounce, but of course you can't just buy 1 ounce of it, you have to buy the whole package, so it is $35, okay? So anyway, this for me was head and tails above the rest as the winner. It is so beautiful on the skin. It's sheer, but it does give you enough coverage to even out your skin tone. It does have a really luminous, dewy finish, which for me is a little bit too luminous and dewy, but it will be moisturizing and hydrating, and if you have dry skin, it will give your skin much more of a hydrated look to it. I just add a little bit of setting powder down my T-zone, just kind of right down the middle of my face. I leave the rest of it nice and dewy, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. I just love it so much. I actually took both of these on my trip to Greece. These were the only complexion products that I brought, and they served me so well on the trip. I felt like my skin just looked so perfected, so much better than it is in real life. Like, I hear a lot of people saying that, as they get older, they don't want to wear any makeup. I still find that makeup makes me look better, makes me look younger. But the trick with it is finding makeup that doesn't settle in your wrinkles, that doesn't make your skin look worse. And so these are 2 things that definitely don't do that. They definitely make your skin look better than it is. And that's what it's all about for me with makeup as I get older, so that I can continue to wear it and continue to love it and not have to walk away from makeup just because I'm getting to be a little bit older. All right, so that was those 2. One big question that I got under this video, and I did answer in a comment, but I might as well answer it here, is how does it compare to the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator, which was the winner of the previous tinted hydrator testing video that I did. I'd say these 2 are fairly comparable as far as the look, the wear. The main differences between the 2 is that this one has sunscreen in it. It's got a 15% zinc oxide SPF 35, so you could actually use this to kind of top up your sunscreen later in the day, and ounce for ounce they are roughly the same price. So if you already have this and love it, no real reason to go out and buy this, but if you're out of this and you think, well, maybe I want to try something else, give the Say Slip Tint a try. I mean, I'll continue to use them both. I love them both, and I think they do about the same things for my skin. There was one big fail product from that video. That was the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Moisturizer. This one I didn't like at all. It didn't give any coverage. It was so shiny. It made my face look wet. It didn't last at all, and it just didn't look great. The other problem that I had with it is that I had to buy so many of them, and I still didn't get a shade match. They just all lean so orangey and so dark that it just didn't work for me. So that was kind of the epic fail from the video. I can't remember if I've talked about this next product yet. These are the e.l.f. No Smudge Shadow Sticks, and these are just amazing. I love them. I have them in Magnetic Pull and Rose Gold. So the grayer one is Magnetic Pull and the other one is Rose Gold. And they're just beautiful, and they're beautiful together. It lasted all day, and I brought these on the trip along with my little MAC single in malt, and that was like my eyeshadow look for the day, like my daytime look every day was just this in the crease really quickly, this at the outer corner, and this along the movable lid. And oh my gosh, did these ever stay in place. I could swim in them and sweat in them and do anything in them, and they just didn't budge. And actually I like Magnetic Pull so much as an eyeliner on my lower lid. You know that I love that lavender Marc Jacobs eyeliner. That is no more, and I still have not been able to find a replacement for it, but this I've been loving as, you know, kind of my lower lid liner. You know, I like something sparkly and a little bit light. Really great, long-lasting, inexpensive eyeshadow sticks. This next item is a lipstick. I was sent the whole collection in PR. This is from Rare Beauty. The shade that I love from this launch is called Humble. And I always love the Rare Beauty packaging. It's just so like next level and clever. So, you know, this will not come open in your purse. You have to press it for it to open, and then it still won't even open. Then you just have to give it a little pull and it opens right up. But this is the most beautiful shade of lipstick. I'm wearing it today. I really love it. And let me just put a swatch of it over here. You can see the color on that. It's kind of a rusty colored mauve. And this lipstick looks beautiful. It's got good staying power. It's nice and creamy, and I love this shade. All right, then I wanted to talk about my ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. You guys know that this has been like my favorite palette all year round, and every time that I do a video and I wear this palette, there's always so many questions about it, like, what are you wearing on your eyes? Can you tell me the exact colors? Can you do a tutorial on it? I actually did a video with 3 tutorials on this palette, so if you want to check that one out, I will link it above. You can see the 3 different looks I did with it, but this palette is just so beautiful. This is just such a perfect palette for me. It leans cool, but it's not overly cool. It's not completely gray. If you love your grays, you've got 2 rows of like grays and taupes right here. But if you like warm colors or pinkier colors or mauve colors, you've got 2 rows of warmer shades over here, 2 rows of more pinky mauvey colors over here. So it really is a complete and perfect palette. Nobody does a shimmer like ColourPop. It is not a glitter, it's not a hard sheen, it's not a frost. It is just the most beautiful, subtle light reflectiveness, but the color payout is amazing. So this palette is truly a stunner. Love it. And then one last thing in makeup are my flick sticks. I had talked about these in a video a few months ago. These are winged eyeliner stamps. And so you get 2 of them, one for your right eye, one for your left eye, almost like a little bird foot kind of thing. So you just basically take that and blow at your outer corner, and you have instant winged eyeliner. And I bought a new set of this because I think the original set that I bought was a little bit too big for like my eye and the size of wing. I mean, sometimes I want a big wing. That's the 10mm, but sometimes I was feeling like they were too big. So I went back and I bought the 8mm, and these are the ones that I'm wearing today. And I really love them. All right, so that's it for makeup. Let's move into skincare. The main skincare video that I did during the month was a review of the NEWA device after having used it for a full month. So NEWA is a radio frequency at-home device, and you're supposed to be able to lift your jawline, lift your jowls. It's supposed to firm your skin. It's supposed to be able to work on your crow's feet. It's supposed to give you more firmness in your face and more firmness in the skin of your jaw. So I was so psyched about it because, you know, we're all looking for something to help us with the saggy jaw and the crow's feet. Those are two areas that are notoriously hard to treat. So anyway, I had really high hopes for this, but unfortunately I didn't enjoy using it. I found it very cumbersome, very time consuming. My arm got tired and I thought, but you know, who cares? If it's going to give me those results, then I am all for it. Well, I did the before and after pictures and I gotta say, it just didn't pan out. The results weren't there in the before and after pictures, and so I was so bummed about that. And I really felt like my face looked maybe not as good as it did in the before pictures, which, you know, is always no good. And I was like, well, why would that be? And I think it's because while I was testing this, I had stopped using my NEWface and I had stopped using my Omnilux mask. And just not using those for a month, I feel like my skin took like a baby step backwards. It's not like there was an enormous difference, but it was enough that I could tell that I wasn't getting the usual effects that I get from those things. And so I just could not wait to be done with this, put it away, and get back to my NEWface and Omnilux. So my faves, of course, in skincare this month are going to be my tried and true, my favorite skincare at-home anti-aging devices that I've been using for years and years and years. And you know what? There's a reason that I keep up with these things over the years. It's because they actually work. I actually see the difference in my skin every time I use them. Well, not every time I use them, but you know, using them consistently is the key to everything. And so when I use these consistently, man, do I see the difference in my skin. So I've been back to using these consistently, and what a difference I can see in my skin already. I just feel like my skin looks so much, you know, livelier, plumper, healthier. My wrinkles are reduced. I just love these two, and I think these are a big part also of me not feeling like I look my 60 years. But those are awesome. I have a discount code ongoing with Omnilux. It is HF10, so that you can get 10% off your Omnilux masks if you decide to buy one. The link is in the info box below the video. I'll also link the NEWface. I don't just use this mask though. I also have the neck and chest bib, and I also have the hand mask, and I love all three. So anyway, it's definitely a worthwhile investment. I gotta say, the Omnilux masks are the at-home device that when I started using them, I could immediately see a change in my skin. Like within 2 weeks of using it, I saw a change. You guys started asking me what I was doing differently. My people in real life started asking me what I was doing differently. I mean, it was so noticeable that everyone was asking me like what was going on with my skin, why did it look so good? It was this. So anyway, if you have been on the fence about getting the Omnilux masks, I would definitely go ahead and take the plunge and pick it up. I know Labor Day is this weekend. I don't know if they're having a Labor Day sale, but if they are, I will link some information about it in the info box below the video as well. About a month and a half ago, I did a video on the best budget vitamin C serums, and I outlined which were my favorites, and so many of you asked me to try the Geek and Gorgeous vitamin C serum. So I ordered it up. I've been giving it a try and I really like it, so I can add this one to the list. I also picked up their retinaldehyde serum, which is their A-game serum. So I've been using both of these for a couple of weeks. This is a nice product, good price point, and oh my God, the shipping, these came in so fast. These are from Europe, so people in Europe, you can get this brand. I can't remember if the shipping was extra. I don't think there were any imports or duties, and it came really fast. I got notifications from DHL like every day until it arrived, which was like, I want to say 3 days this stuff came in. But the vitamin C serum is also really nice. This is a 15% vitamin C serum. The one that I normally use and recommend is a 20% vitamin C serum, and they both have L-ascorbic acid. So if you wanted to start out with a vitamin C and you were looking for something with like a lower percentage, this one's only 15%. Geek and Gorgeous also gives you the pH right on the website, so it's 3.2 to 3.4. So that's awesome. I love companies that are transparent with their vitamin C serums and that tell you what the pH is, because that's very important. And this was only 12.5 pounds. So the currency exchange currently is 1-to-1, so $12.50. This definitely is cost effective, and it's a really good one because it's formulated correctly. And speaking about the timeless 20% vitamin C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. I was going to mention this one, the half-ounce travel size, because I did get this to go on my trip, and so I took it, and it was a nice petite thing that I could bring in my bag and take with me on the trip, and so I love that. I love it that they offer this smaller size of it. Also, if you have more sensitive skin, they also offer a 10% concentration of ascorbic acid, so that one's in an orange container. So there are options out there. If you have tried other vitamin C serums and they were just too harsh on your skin, you could try things with 15%, something from Timeless with 10%, and that's a good way to go. And then the other skincare that I wanted to talk about was my undefined R&R sunscreen. This was the winner in my sunscreen testing a couple of months ago. I brought this with me on vacation because it's so packable. I mean, look at that little guy. It's so compact, it's plastic. You know, it just was a no-brainer to take this one, whereas everything else is like a bigger tube. It's an SPF 50 with a PA++++ rating, so I know that I'm getting good UVA protection in addition to the UVB protection. All right, let's talk about hair next. Another product that I missed so much while I was on vacation was my Dyson Airwrap. I didn't bring it up here to show it to you because I know you guys know what it looks like. I've gotten a lot of questions lately about if I'm going to test the new one. Let me know if you want me to test the new Dyson. I have the other one. I'm not sure that there's a huge difference between the old one and the new one, but I can certainly get it and test it if you want me to. Turns out you can't take your Dyson with you if you're going to a country that doesn't have the same current as you, because even with a converter, it won't work. And what I took instead is a product that I haven't used in quite a while since I got the Dyson and my GHD curling iron, and that is the InStyler. Do you guys remember this? Gosh, this was my favorite hair styling product for so long, and bringing it on the trip, now I remember why. On the trip, I would use the hotel blow dryer, and I didn't have a round brush, so I would just have to do like a rough blow. My hair was like, and then I would use this to tame it. This was the hero of the trip for my hair. So this barrel rotates and you kind of clamp your hair in between. You can use it to straighten your hair or to defrizz it, but you can also use it to curl. So I would just turn it upside down, wrap my hair around like that, and get a curl. It could be a solution for some of you if you like are never getting the Dyson and you're never getting like a separate curling wand and you just like to rough blow your hair and then sleek it with something else. This is a really great solution. I had forgotten how much I really love this product. All right, let's talk about travel stuff next. I've got a few things here that were really helpful having with me on the trip. The first one was the converter that I got. It's all contained in this one little box, so there aren't pieces and parts to unplug and, you know, plug in and swap out. This one just has these little slide toggles on the side, and whatever country you're going to, you just slide that and out comes the correct plug for the area that you're going to. Another nice feature that it has is 4 USB plugs on the bottom, so you could plug this into the wall. You could be working on your laptop or say blow drying your hair, curling your hair, and you could be charging your phone at the same time. And it didn't take up much space in my luggage. So usually when I travel, I have a big like DOP kit that I bring all my toiletries in, and then I have a really big makeup bag that I bring all my makeup bag, but I was trying to consolidate down. And so I had bought these little clear travel, you know, 1 quart bags. They came in a set of 4. I took 3 of them with me. So in one, I put all my skincare, and in another one, I put all my makeup, and then in a third one, I put in all my stuff that wasn't liquids, you know, like deodorant, toothbrush, razor, medications, junk like that. So I just took 3 of these, and what I liked about these is that they aren't as bulky as my DOP kit. I love it that they're clear, so I never had to really unpack anything. I could see everything that's in it, so I didn't have to unpack everything. I could just reach out, grab the one thing, use it, you know, put it on, and then slide it back in. And then I also tried packing with packing cubes this time. They really helped me to compact my clothes in and fit it all in my suitcase. I showed you in my getting ready to go video how these fit so perfectly in my suitcase, and they were great. And you get so many cubes in here. There's the big cube where I put like my dresses. There's a medium one, then there's 2 smaller size ones, so that's 4, and then the 5th one is like a laundry pouch. So they're really cute, they're really pretty, they work really, really well. And each one has a handle so that you could, carry it. And they each also have a zipper pocket on the back. I wanted to recommend my suitcase next. So many of you asked about my suitcase when I showed it in the video. So I've had this suitcase for a couple of years. So this exact model isn't available, but the brand has a suitcase this same color. Ribbing on it is a slightly different pattern, and now it has a lock. So mine doesn't have a lock on it, but this is like my big travel suitcase. This is definitely not for carry-on. This is a checked suitcase. It's been on at least 3 or 4 trips with me, 2 of which were international, 2 of which were here in the States. And then I loaned it to my mom. She took it to Canada with her this summer when she went. So this thing has been through the ringer, especially like when we took the ferry. I had to drag it up a flight of stairs. Our Airbnb on Mykonos was like halfway down this cobblestone hill. And so I had to, drag this down the hill. The wheels are all in perfect working condition. Nothing broke on it. It's still in great shape. You guys had warned me about those cobblestone streets in Greece. I had no idea what you were talking about, but now that I've been there, I do. And so this is a really rugged suitcase and has lasted through all those trips with no breakage. I highly recommend this suitcase, and it was under $100, so it's a really, really great suitcase. A couple other things that were just so indispensable on the trip. Number one was the sunglasses that I took with me. I took 2 different pairs. One was a pair of Ray-Bans that were smaller, but this pair is the pair that I wore just about every single day. And I don't know about you guys, but glasses get heavy on my nose, and I can't stand to wear most glasses for more than, say, 3 or 4 hours at a stretch. These sunglasses are the lightest weight sunglasses. They are so fantastic. I love how they look. They're huge. They're definitely giving me that UV protection for a big portion of my face. And they're so chic. I just felt like $1 million in these everywhere I went. They photograph great. I mean, they're just so pretty. They come actually in lots of different frame colors, lots of different lens colors. Oh my gosh, I got on the ferry one time and I had put these up on top of my baseball hat. Then I went to take my baseball hat off and these went flying across the ferry, landed on the metal floor. The lens popped out. I was like, oh my God, my favorite sunglasses, no! I run over, they weren't bent, they weren't dented. I picked up the lens, I popped it back in, it went right back in. Then I continued to wear them every single day on the trip. Surprisingly rugged for the price point, but those are awesome if you need a lightweight pair of nice big sunnies. Then another thing that I always take on my trip is my UPF 50 sun hat. This hat is like my hero hat. I've had this hat for at least 5 years. I wear it to garden in, I wear it to walk my dogs every single day. I take it on trips with me, I pack it in my suitcase, I wear it every time I go to the beach, everywhere. Look at the thing. 5 years of me like wearing this constantly. Looks like new, right? I don't squish it when I pack it, I do stuff it full of stuff. I mean, it's a great looking hat, right? And the brim is big enough that it really shades your whole face. I will link that one for you below. I brought this little handbag with me on the trip. This has been just such an amazing little handbag this summer. It's just such a cutie, and I love this color green. It just looks so bright and fresh. Like if I was wearing a black dress, it looked great with that. If I was wearing a white dress, it looked great with that. If, like whatever color I'm wearing, it looks so good with it. It's just big enough for your like phone, wallet, keys, lip gloss. So very inexpensive. I love the like scrunchy handle. So that is a cutie. I showed you, I think, that bathing suit with the sleeves and the tie. And thanks for your advice, you guys. I had a feeling that it was too much for wearing in Europe because women in Europe just don't wear like, big bathing suits. Everybody wears a bikini. Doesn't matter what shape you're in. Doesn't matter what body type you are. Doesn't matter how heavy or skinny you are. Everybody's wearing a 2-piece. So I bought a new 2-piecer bikini for the trip and I really love this. I showed this to you guys on my Instagram story and so many of you loved it and wanted a link to it. I did link it there, but this is just beautiful. It's a one shoulder strappy thing and then this guy ties like over here. So it's really modern looking. It's a great looking bathing suit. It gives you enough support. It has like kind of squishy cups in here. I gotta say, I don't love the bottoms on it. They're a little too high-waisted for me. Let's see, how does it even go? It goes like this. It looks great on the model because of course she's like curvier than me, so I think curvier, these might be good for you, but these, they were just like a little bit too much, or if I could have gotten it in an extra small, it might have been better, but the small is the smallest that it came in. And I did see another one online that had a more of a bikini cut bottom, not so much a high-waisted bottom, so I'll link that one as well. It has the same top. And then the last dress that I wanted to talk about is this dress that I brought with me on the trip. This one, I just love the shape of it because it just reminded me so much of like a Greek goddess kind of shape with all this gathering and ruching here and the deep V in the front and in the back and the little sleeves. And the night that I wore this, it was just perfect. I just pulled it out and it was ready to go, and I just thought it looked so great. It doesn't wrinkle. So, you know, using those packing cubes, you roll everything up in a tight little ball, and then you pull it all out and it's so wrinkled. So I was actually happy to have this dress along, even though when I packed it, I wasn't 100% sure about it. In the end, it worked out to be a really great addition to the trip wardrobe. So that was a good one. Forgot about this. Ordered this cute little puff sleeve t-shirt. I don't know if you guys remember the blouse that I found last fall that had this oversized dotted Swiss. It was like a sheer blouse. Well, now they're making like a little puff sleeve tee. Isn't this so cute? It came in a bunch of different colors. I just picked the white. So wanted to show you this. I just love these little sleeves. They are so adorable. And it's just a regular, you know, crew neck, white t-shirt. Looks great. I think this is probably a small. So that is it for today's faves and fails. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.